Hello everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Magic the Gathering. We are playing standard best of one with a nice Golgari deck. That is actually a 5-color deck, a sneaky 5-color deck. Yeah, credits go out to CGB, Covert Go Blue. There's another YouTuber that I have watched playing similar decks, and he had like mixed results with them, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a bunch of those decks that you played there, and I put them together and make something entirely new out of it, and this is what I came up with, and I am really in love with that. So the build, or the deck, is built around good old Unholy Annex, which is an enchantment. It is a room enchantment. On the left side, we have for 3 mana, beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, you just lose 2 life. And on the other side, for 5 mana, if we unlock that thing, we get a 6/6 Black Demon. So we can play it on either side and then unlock the other door later. So what we want to do is use Unholy Annex to draw a lot of cards, and later on we're gonna bring some demons in order to drain the enemy down. So this is all about life gain, as said. Our professor, our legendary planeswalker, the Dalian Fel here, has a bunch of cool modes. For +2, we gain 3 life. It's really good for, again, the life gain idea. For 0, we draw a card and lose a life, and for -3, we destroy a creature, so we have nice control here as well. And for -6, and that's the big thing here, you get an emblem with whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So when we gain life, enemy is going down. And you can enable that already the turn after you bring him. If you go +2, he's up to 7, and then you go down by 6, so he still has 1 loyalty counter. It's really cool. Now, why all the life gain? Because I wanted to play something with a new-ish card from Strixhaven, the Tragedy Feaster. That thing is a demon, which is good for our Unholy Annex. And it has, Trample is a 7/6 for 4 mana, very cheap, very valuable. It has Ward, discard a card, so if the enemy wants to target it, the effect will be countered unless they discard a card on top of that, so it's very expensive to target that guy. And it has Infusion. At the beginning of your end step, we have to sacrifice one of our permanents, unless we gained life this turn. Now, funny thing is that it is a demon, so it triggers the Unholy Annex's end of turn trigger that we have a demon, so we drain the enemy by 2, which will then satisfy the Tragedy Feaster, and we don't have to sacrifice a permanent. That is in of itself a 2-card combo that I wanted to play around, and then again we have a bunch of control cards to go with it. On top of that, I love Together as One. This card is cool. 6 mana, colorless card, it's a sorcery, and it has Converge, and it says target player draws X cards, Together as One deals X damage to any target, and you gain X life, where X is the number of colors spent to cast the spell. So what are we doing here? This is a finisher. This thing will be played with just lands that are kind of adjacent to our base colors, black and green. So what are we doing here? We have the Willow Rush Verge, which will produce blue mana, but also green if we have a forest or an island. And then we have Temple Garden. That comes into play tapped unless we pay 2 life, and it provides green and white. And then there is a one-off of the Hushwood Verge, which kind of does the same thing. And then Stomping Grounds. So we always have our main color in those lands, and then there is one adjacent color that we can then feed into Together as One. And the cool thing is, as soon as you have the emblem from the Professor, we use 5 different colors here. We draw 5 cards, kind of stocking up to keep going. Somebody, ideally the enemy, takes 5 damage, and then another 5, because we gain 5 life, and that emblem is gonna punish them. We have some backup here in form of a Theater Core. That thing is a shapeshifter artifact. It has changeling, so it's all creature type. It satisfies the Unholy Annex's need for a demon. Same with the Mutable Explorer. It is also a 1/1 changeling for 3 that brings a Mutavault into game. That is just a land that provides colorless mana. But we can also activate it to make it a 2/2 creature with all creature types. So in a pinch, we have a demon in our land that we can then just activate and say, hey, at the end of turn, you know, we're fine. We have one off of a Free Strider Lookout. Really like this card. For 3 mana, we get a 3/3 with Reach, and whenever we commit a crime, which is targeting the enemy, one of their permanents, or their graveyard, we look at the top 5 cards of our library, may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of the library only once per turn. But this thing ramps as well. Cornucopia, very important here, by the way, because we need to gain life for our Tragedy Feaster. So when we don't have the Unholy Annex on the board, or the Professor is not giving us life, we'd had to sacrifice permanents. The Cornucopia is a green mana rock for 3 mana. It provides mana of any color when it's on the battlefield, but also when we cast a spell that is 1 or more colors, we gain a life for each of the spell's colors only once a turn. So as long as we cast a spell, our Tragedy Feaster, our big bad demon, is satisfied. That's cool. Bit of control on top of that. We have Withering Curse here. It's a 3 mana. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. And if we gained life, we destroy all creatures instead. Really good in combination with the Cornucopia. So when we play it, Cornucopia will trigger first. We gain the life, and then we can trigger destroy all creatures. By the way, this is not a you get it, you may gain. So we could also go -2/-2 if there's anything indestructible and we want to just lower their toughness somehow. On top of that, for Bitter Triumph, very good instant card, destroys a creature with additional cost or Planeswalker. I have it mainly for the Planeswalkers in here. The additional cost is to discard a card or pay 3 life. We have so much life gain that the life hit is not the biggest of deals, so it's a very, very good card that we can use. One of a strategic betrayal as Graveyard Hate. Target opponents exiles a creature they control and their graveyard against these pesky graveyard thingies. And then also a one-off of a Keynight Curator, which is the same thing kind of in form of a creature. I wanted to have something early that could block. And this thing can exile a card from a graveyard for a single mana. And if there's 4 or more different card types exiled with the Curator, it's gonna be a big 7/7 trampler. Really cool. 2 of Witherbloom Charm here. Very versatile. You may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, draw 2 cards. So when somebody wants to destroy your thing, then you just say, hey, I'm gonna get 2 cards out of it. You can gain 5 life in a pinch, which would be 5 life loss if you have the emblem on the enemy side. And it's very good early on because we can destroy non-land permanents with mana value 2 or less. I have that mainly against like early Badger molds or some enchantments or artifacts, because that is what the deck otherwise doesn't really do well against. One noteworthy mention here, the Great Hall of the Biblioplex. I was completely skipping that earlier. It provides colorless mana, but we can also pay a life and add a mana of any color, but we can only spend it to cast instant or sorcery spells. So this is just here for feeding the together as one or some of the other spells that we want to get out early. It's kind of a mana fixer. And for 5 mana, if this land isn't a creature, it can become a creature, which is a 2/4 wizard. And whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +1/+0. I rarely use that. It is maybe sometimes good if you have a board wipe going on and then you want to crush the enemy with your lands later on. That is totally feasible. But you'll see in the games, guys, I like this deck because, again, it has a lot of answers. It has a lot of pressure. It provides a lot of threat to the enemy. And even in control matchups, it is good because, you know, you can just hit the graveyard. You can put your big demons on the battlefield that are really hard to kill. I love this. If you like the games, if you like the deck, if you like the video, guys, tell me by hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more. And now it's time to hit the battlefield. All right, so we have mana in our colors. We do have 2 professors and an Annex. It's quite slow. It doesn't do a lot in the first 2 turns. So there's no kind of removal in here. We don't have any board wipes yet. But that's a cornucopia. Alright, we start with the 2. It enters tapped or untapped if we pay 2 life, so good first turn drop when we have nothing to do with the mana anyways. So, sequencing important. Enemy seems to be playing Boros, red-white. So, prepare for some aggro. Sure. Nothing on their end. They were waiting for some creature destruction, I think. They got your burst lightning there, right? Alrighty, so since we know that, Professor is kind of in danger getting hit by a damage spell. That means we're gonna drop the Annex, draw more cards, get more options, because right now we are only drawing land. Or we ramp with the Cornucopia. Actually, let's ramp. If we can get together as one quickly, we might get the edge on the enemy. They also missed their land drop. Did they? No, wait. Did I start? I did start. Aha! Yeah. Haste Prowess Mouse. Thing needs to go. We have the Betrayal. That's good. I could bring the Prof down. But then what? I have so many hasty creatures that the Prof is gonna die. But I could let them. Let's get rid of that thing. Here. Sacrifice a creature, please. I'll gain the life, thank you. And then we'll drop the Annex to draw more cards. We don't have a demon yet. So it's gonna cost us 2 life. But there's my demon. Changeling artifact, so good. Alright. We have all the tools in our hand to win the game. My opponent is not hitting their land drops though. It's kind of sad for them. What now? Voice of Victory. It's good. Let me get the core down. And with that, we are able to either hit the Prof or the Feaster. You want to run your Voice of Victory into a 7/6 demon? Don't think that they have any way to deal with it, so I'll drop it. Take action. Yes, please. Give me the life. Cool. So, now that we have demons on the battlefield, we will also gain life from the Unholy Annex. And we drain the enemy. They lose 2, we gain 2. And that is enough to satisfy the Tragedy Feaster. Alright. You got 3 mana. You found your land. Sheltered by Ghosts. That is a way to deal with that thing. Alright, you gotta discard a card as a result. And as soon as we destroy the Voice of Victory, we're gonna get the Feaster back. So, should be relatively easy. Okay. Mobilize. Sure. We cannot play... I gotta keep that in mind. This is a thing I always forget. We cannot play any spells in their turn because of the Voice of Victory. Okie dokie. Is it gonna be together as one? No. I think it's the Prof. Yep. Okay. So, we'll do that. Class. I'm gonna get some life. There's 2 life points. Man, this deck is really good against aggro because of all the life gain. And we can then stabilize the game.
I'll make short work of this problem.
Destroy target creature. Yeah, we have to play Ward 2. So 2 extra mana. Otherwise it will be countered. And I could have dropped the Theater Core before. Yeah, should have. There would have been enough mana to resolve everything there. That's okay though. You got some protection? A Burst Lightning. Oh, my Prof? Nasty.
This is merciful.
Yeah, I feel like that was a minor mistake here. Alright. So, Tragedy Feaster is still here. Beginning of end step, sacrifice a permanent unless you gain life. But again, because of the Annex and because of the Ancient Cornucopia, we gain a lot of life. And we have another Prof. We can also go together as 1 next turn, dealing some extra damage. That would be 5. We have all the mana in the world, yeah. And I believe the opponent is contemplating whether or not they should concede, right? Because even if they destroy my Tragedy Feaster, I have a 6/6 black demon creature token with flying right at my fingertips here. Just unlocking the other room for 5 mana. Another Voice of Victory. Not bad. Alright. Feel like... Paid alive. We got it. Get the core down. So, question is, together as 1 that guy? I'd say yes. Draw card, deal damage to any target, pay 6. All the colors. Such a beautiful card. And we're gonna attack. Rah! 9. And we draw, and we drain. Resolve, and we probably have to discard now, right? Yeah. 1. Cool. So, with that hand against their board in their hand, I think we have it? Question mark? Together as 1 is already, this is 5 damage, and then with the Annex, it's another 2, so we have a total of 7 in our hand, even if they get rid of the Tragedy Feaster, which in of itself is already death. Yeah, you got a Nova Hellkite. Deal 1 damage. Oh, you really want to do that? Alright, game. Nice. Victory is ours. Let's continue. That hand looks alright, I would say. Maybe we have all the black mana to get the Withering Curse out to kind of keep the battlefield clean. But man, do I want green mana. Ay. I feel like this might be a mulligan. But I do like the Professor and the Tragedy Feaster. Alright, we're gonna draw land, and we're gonna draw the correct one. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Water a grave out first. Don't want to pay the life. There's no need for it. White. Political Triumph. That is a Marvel card. Whenever a creature you control enters, scry 1, put a plant counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plant counter is put on the enchantment, sacrifice it, draw a card, and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control on each of them. Nasty. Alright. So we're gonna hide our color identity by just playing the same colors again. So enemy might think that we are Dimir. And just Dimir. That's good. Oh, that's actually good. Whenever a creature you control enters, we have the Voice of Victory that brings 2 warrior tokens whenever they attack. That gets that political triumph up so quickly. Alright. Let me get my Hall of the Biblioplex down and a Theater Core. There we go. So this thing is gonna trigger this turn. Unless they don't want to. Yep. That's a cool combo. I like that a lot. Yeah, scry it on top. You're happy with what you found, it seems. We have High Noon. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn, and for 5 mana, sacrifice this, deal 5 damage to any target. Okay, they have Island and Plains so far. So is there any red mana in there? Who knows? Huh. Withering Curse only is -2, -2. It doesn't hit the Voice of Victory, but I know what does. It's the prop. Let's get him down. Let's get the creature destruction.
Mediocrity will not be tolerated.
Next turn, we can then clear the board if the prof stays alive. And we can gain life and then use the Withering Curse to also destroy all creatures instead of just giving them -2/-2. It's another mana-screwed enemy. I kind of feel bad for them. And they draw, they put the counter. Hey, there's the land. Good for you. So what now? Do we destroy that? Can only play 1 spell each turn. I gotta keep that in mind because of High Noon. I mean, if I don't destroy it now, the prof is gonna go down. Yeah. I guess that's it then. Sure. Let's get some life. I mean, yeah, no.
Never take growth for granted.
Is that a thing I would do here? Do they play something like Sheltered by Ghost and so on? The Voice of Victory, I could block it with the Tragedy Feaster and the 2 warriors would hit the prof for 2 only, which makes it not go down. But let's keep the field clean for now. And threaten the ultimate of the Professor at some point. Nothing. Ooh, that is together as 1. That's great. I'm gonna get more life. There's some stick. Yeah. I get my Tragedy Feaster down.
For a moment.
Threatening the board. Ah. Yeah, that's good. So, this is Airbend now, which means it is in exile, but I can play it for 2 mana. But since I only can play 1... Holy moly, nice. 1 spell each turn. I am in trouble. Okay. This is an instant. Okay, they can flicker Ang. That's bad. Ooh, difficult. Really difficult. High Noon. Man, we need Witherbloom Charm to get rid of that thing. Okay. So, do we dig or do we destroy? Can destroy Ang, they will flicker it. Then I bring my prof. Or play together as 1. Sure, here, you go. Destroy target creature. Ang, get out of here. Yep, there it is. I have nothing I can do to prevent that. It's coming back. Bringing something back into exile. Creature or spell? That is not a creature, my friend. Cool. Oh, that is a creature. I guess, yeah. Let's resolve that into nothing. So now they are tapped out. I'll play together as one. Against Ang. We need to find the Witherbloom Charm so we can get rid of High Noon. It's not here. Okay. Okie dokie. We are still in the game. We have a bunch of instants that we can play on their turn. Each player can't cast more than one spell each turn. That's okay. Do we bitter triumph that thing? I will, yeah, sure, here. Gonna pay the life because we have all the health in the world. There you go. Get out of here. Now what? I can hit their hand big time, which is probably what I should do. Do they have another Ang? I wonder. Yeah. Do I autoplay that? Yeah, I can. Cool. Please discard 5 cards. That would be very nice of you. Please discard 3 cards. Alright. Not the greatest of hits here, but it is fine. Do I sack the prof? No, I want them to play against it. So we're gonna gain another 3 life here. Prof is safe for now. You. Okay. We got Bitter Triumph to deal with whatever they have this turn. A land. Beautiful. Sure. Wanna attack the Professor? Yeah, how about no? I'll pay another 3 life, sure. Professor's alive. Ooh, baby. We're getting there. Now we're gonna apply pressure again with our Tragedy Feaster. Important thing, getting the life. And
I have life essence to spare.
Let's make this land an actual creature and attack with it. Nice. Cool. Getting there, getting there. In 2 more turns we have our ultimate and they're flooding out. Perfect. Yeah, man, attacking the hand is so nasty. High Noon against the prof. You want it? You can. Alright. Yeah, they're taking away my combo piece to gain the life. However, I have another one. Let's go. And they know it. Cool. It was a cool game. Very controlly, but in the end, we succeeded. This deck has so many answers. So cool. That's a very good starting hand. Yeah, turn 3, Mutable Explorer or the core. We have Arcane Omens after. Attacking the hand. We can bring the Professor if we need to. That seems like a very good hand. So, the Great Hall gives us any mana that we want for instant and sorceries at the cost of a life. We don't really care. Ah yes, and they start with the Leyline of Hope, which is a huge deal. There's a problem. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1. As long as you have 7 life more than your starting life total, creatures you control get +2/+2. We gotta be fast. Ah, crap. Yet again, attacking the hand might be a good thing. Oh boy. Yeah, and they have their, whenever another creature you control enters, they gain life. Okay, they have that twice now. This is gonna go nuts. It's getting out of control. Yeah, flying lifelink. All the tiny white creatures. They're already at 26, so in a second they will have creatures with power 3 and more. Crazy. There's nothing we can do right now. It's just crazy. Yeah, if you have the Leyline in your starting hand, then you can start the game with it in play. It's good. Really good. Plays towards the idea. And they had the perfect hand as well. So, turn 2, 3 creatures. Lots of life gain. Passive life gain, life link. How am I gonna win this? They're gonna just beat me to death. And honestly, there won't be any hand left to destroy, because they will just unload. Let's see. How do I keep their life total down? I don't think together as one is the answer. Not early enough. Okay. Yeah, fine. Talia, Guided by Light, 3 mana. Whenever you gain 3 or more life per turn, you draw a card. Am I just dead next turn? I might be. I mean, look at that. Insane. Gotta get the Explorer down to jump block something. Next turn I have 5 mana, and I honestly don't know what to do with that. I can bring a demon. But let's be real, it's not gonna be enough. I'm gonna take 9 now. And then I have 1 blocker next turn. This is GG. Wow! Crazy! Come on. Do your thing. Got sheltered by Ghost or something? I'll take my little guy away. Vanishing Light. Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's go over to the next one. Man, I hope this is gonna be better. Wow. It's crazy that in this meta you can get Ruffle stomped so quickly. Alright. We got Betrayal, we got Triumph, we have a bunch of black mana, the Annex is here, the Prof is in the house. We can control the early game a bit with what we have. And we start. Okay. Another white. Alright, Authority of Consoles is not really a thing that we care about. Creatures your opponents control enter tapped, and whenever a creature your opponent controls enter, they gain a life. We don't really play that many creatures that matter. So, I'm just gonna chill. Oh no. Do we attack that immediately? Next turn is Annex time. What if they bring the ley line at some point? Just generating a lot of health now. Card for a card. Fine. Fine. Fine, let's do it. Let's disrupt their build-up. Oh, there's the curse, nice. So that we can build up as well. So, beginning of end step, draw a card, lose life. Unless we have a demon that we don't have yet, but we will get there. Essence Channeler. That's a bit of a problem. Unless it's not. Yeah, we need the green mana. I think it's time for the Withering Curse already, so... as long as you have lost life this turn, creature has flying and vigilance, but more importantly, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And when this creature dies, put all of their counters on another creature you control. We wipe the board now. Don't. Just don't. Cool, we got a green source, but it costs us health in order to get it down. We got another one of those. Okay. I mean, Tragedy Feaster is a thing that we can drop as well. We probably should. Alright. Let's get the demon out. Yeah, it enters tapped. I know. But hey, we're gonna drain their life now. Cool. So, you wanna get rid of it? It costs you a card. And then also the card that you use to get rid of it. It's very expensive. And these guys need every single card that they have. Whenever you're attacking, put a +1/+1 counter on attacking creature. Oh, you wanna race me now. That's good. This is a very good turn for us. So, first of all, I think I'm gonna go... Let's do the Strategic Betrayal. You sacrifice a creature, please. I'm not targeting a creature, so they have no kind of protection. Cool. So there's that. Now, I also want this talent to go. When I level it up, whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had a counter on it, you gain 2 life. Okay. And then at level 3, whenever you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. I think we can keep the board relatively clean. So for now, I'm attacking. I'm contemplating what to do with my Witherbloom Charm, by the way. But let them level it up, waste all of their resources, and then we're gonna blow it up. feel like that's a good idea. Resolve. Okay. Can also get rid of the authority of the consuls with the Witherbloom Charm. Let's see. Vanishing Light. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until the enchantment leaves the battlefield. Sure. You got it. Cost you a card. Unless you want my Annex. No, they want the Feaster. This is a 3 mana permanent, so I cannot attack it with my Witherbloom Charm. Yep. Resolve that. Now again, the question is, do we go for their leader's talent or not? I could also just destroy creature with it, right? Weird. Actually, let's get rid of it. Alrighty, so, let's bring that. Here we go. And bring another demon. Here we go. We gain some life thanks to the cornucopia, and at the end of turn. Oh yeah, you get it as well. We're gonna draw another card and gain even more life. The enemy loses too. I hold my bitter triumph for the case of a Planeswalker that might come out. I think everything else is kind of under control. We can use the Professor to destroy another creature that they might drop. And man, we have the 7/6 trample. Yeah, not gonna happen, huh? There it is, guys. We won the video game. Okay, get the Verge out, get the Prop out. Here we go. Get alive, why not? Cool. Get rid of the creature.
My job is to teach.
Bam, 7 damage from the Feaster, 2 damage from the Annex. We got it. Bada bing, bada boom. I didn't play the other Feaster because otherwise it wouldn't be lethal thanks to their authority. They would have gotten alive. But yeah, there it is. Victory again. Let's rank up. Keep going. Alright guys, once more into the breach. We do have the Explorer. Witherbloom Charm can be played early with the Verge and the Great Hall, so we have a bit of interaction here. We can destroy something that is mana value 2 or less, so to disrupt the enemy's build-up plan. But I honestly don't really like the hand. Let's see. We need to find the green source, and we need to do it quickly. The green Planeswalker and creature source. Can always squeeze any mana out of the Great Hall, but yeah, only for instants and sorceries. Cornucopia. Sure. We have a blue turtle player with very oozy pizza. I don't know, man. Super weird. Here's a tomb. What are you? Vigilance prowess. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many incubation counters on it. Remove 3 incubation counters from the creature and create a 2/2 blue Drake with flying. Cool. Do I get rid of it? Maybe later. I think we're totally fine building up into Cornucopia and then later on Withering Curse. That wipes the whole board. Even if they build their Drakes, they will be taken away with it. It's only 1 damage anyways, so should be fine. You go. Enemy? Are you here? Hello? Ah, there we go. Sleight of hand. Yeah, that is something. Oh, you got prowess! Ah! Yeah. Okay. So whenever they play an instant or non-creature spell, they're gonna get +1/+1. I see. Sneaky. Very, very sneaky. They're gonna build their Drakes. I still stand by that decision, though. Yup. Great Hall into Cornucopia. Next turn, board wipe. Wanna do it now so you can attack with the Drake? Yep. Nice. It's a very aggro blue-red deck, it seems. And I believe they will also have a good chunk Also, I have a good chunk of direct damage spells, so my prof, yeah, there we go, is not safe. Okay. Another one? Yeah, sure. Damn, all of your resources into my health. I'm gonna just get it back. No worries. Okay. Yeah, cool. So, I'll take that swamp. I'll bring the curse. Absolutely. We get the life, so board wipe. Even if they take down their counters, the Drake will be taken down as well. And they know it. Cool. End of turn. We're gonna use the charm probably to do something. It seems like they have a lot of small things. Oh my god, it's the freaking horse. Alright, Ward 1 haste 3/3. When they play an instant or sorcery, they get +1/+1. If it's 5 mana or more, they copy that thing. Boomerang basics. We don't like the bounce. Weird. What are we doing now? Very little we can do with the charm. Other than gaining 5 life, which might be needed. Give me 5 life. And 2 more from here, so we don't die instantly. Yeah, it's 4 damage coming in. Okay. I feel like I gotta get the cornucopia down again and play another curse. But I can't. Ha! We're 1 mana short. Next turn then. Next turn. Hope they don't bounce it again. Or we find a land. Cool. Uh-huh. So, do you have counter magic, blue player? Because I get another cornucopia down? Yeah? What you got? There's some stick? No? There's some stick. They have some instants there. We gained life. Now what? Wanna counter that? Probably wanna counter the Withering Curse that I'm dropping at you. They probably have the ability to kill me next turn. Interesting. Blow the board up. Let's go. So both of these grow in power whenever they play a an instant or sorcery. The Otter also when it's something else like an enchantment, anything that's non-creature. And they let it happen. Board stabilized. Good. Leveling up the talent will give them an instant or sorcery back from the graveyard to the hand. They get the boomerang tactics, boomeranging their own talent most likely. Yep, so that they can deploy it again and build another Otter. We do have together as one. It's good. Let me bring the prof down. Yep. Gaining some life.
It's
Paying some life. We have a blocker for any hasty things. And we gain even more life. And then next turn, hopefully, I'm gonna try to ultimate. So whenever we gain life, we're gonna deal as much damage. And we have together as one twice in our hand. Huh. Yeah, boomerang tactics once more. Tapped land though. Urmagerd. Okay. Let's get the emblem. Now. Beautiful.
Life and death
Land down.
are closely linked.
Do we go for face? I have a feeling that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. I love the fresh hand. So, and another 5. There we go. And we still do have the Mutavault open for a blocker in a pinch. It looks pretty good. No attacks, no thank you. Just end the turn, it's fine. Hello, friend. What you doing? Bringing back your little otter thing. Cool. Have it. Want to deploy it again? Sure, get another otter. Yeah, I mean, next turn, you are dead if you don't get any life. I can do it together as one again. Uh-huh. I love otters. They're beautiful animals. They hold hands. And you know, they have precious stones that are important to them and so on. Yep, resolve all. Your otters are getting big. And another one. Cool. Only one can attack, though. You want to go for my prof? I'd say, no. Alright. And my turn. And I'd say we're gonna just kill him, right? Draw. Damage. 5 different colors. 5 life for me. 5 damage to you. And another 5 because of the emblem. Beautiful. That's how we deal with Izzet. Nice. Alrighty, guys. One last game. That is a very good hand. Hell yeah. We have the Explorer into the Annex, or vice versa. So that's definitely our demon that we need. We have all the mana in the world with a Bloom Charm for turn 2 interaction. We're gonna start with a good old Overgrown 2. Don't want to pay the life. There is red. There is nothing. Yeah. So. Cool. We even drew a forest, so we have a good chunk of mana at our disposal already. And card draw as well. I dare you guys. I dare you. Come on. Drop something that is mana value 2. Not that one. Do I take it down anyways? I mean, it's a cat, so they probably... There's a cat deck, right? So the more cats, the better for them. I'm gonna destroy your cat. It feels bad, man. It feels so bad. Little kitty. Just wants to be helpful. Yeah, they draw a card, so the value is not the greatest. I lost a card, and they basically have the same amount of cards in hand as before. But, it's fine. Let's get the Annex going. I need card draw. I need to dig for a big removal, something like board wipes and so on. Because this guy is gonna go wide. Yep, there it is. Arabella, Abandoned Doll, legendary artifact creature toy. Whenever Arabella attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life by access the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. So again, keep them low. Super duper important. Yeah, let's get our demon out. Like that. Cool. So we start draining them. They're gonna get some life back. X damage to each opponent. Yeah, man, this thing needs to go. Sheltered by go. Okay, you take my Annex. That's fair. Good news is, I have another one. And technically, I could build a big demon. Okay, another Dole. When the creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card, unless you control another creature with power 2 or less. Yeah, you're filling up your hand like a boss. Alright, how do we play this now? I feel like I want to dig deeper and deeper and deeper. We need that board wipe. So, Swamp. I'd say it's Cornucopia into the Unholy Annex once more. Gotta get that card draw going. Let's do it. We still have life, right? It's not a board wipe. Uh-oh. Arabella. Creatures you control. Yeah. They don't even have to attack. They have to just be on the battlefield. Clockwork Percussionist. It's haste. When the creature dies, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of the next turn. That is also not a board wipe. Oh boy. Oh boy. I am not happy with it. Alright, we play the Mutable Explorer. Hello. Get another blocker on the board. Sure, take action. There we go. We create the Mutable token. Do I get another one out? Or do I try to make them run into my Theater Core? That would take my demon away. Difficult. I think I'll hold my other muta... Yeah, I think I'll hold my other Mutable Explorer. Why not? Not what I want. Okay. Always clenching the butt cheeks, trying to find the perfect card. Yeah, you got another one of those. Sure. Do you have instant interaction? Please attack. Thank you. Yeah. I'll let it resolve. It hurts so much. Ow. 4 damage. Okay, I have a 4/4. What do you have? It was a bit of a stick. Let me pass that. I want to block that thing. And then that thing? Come on. No interaction. Oh, they forgot. So our Annex, our other Annex is back. It means we can start draining a bit faster. Destroy all creatures. It's fine. Honestly? Oh, they thought they got me, but I still have a demon. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They play land already? Ah, they can play it. Nice. Good for them. Alright. I mean, I can just power up my Mutavault, or, even better, I bring another Mutable Explorer. There we go. Gives me more life as well. So we know that they are playing Day of Judgment, which destroys all creatures. It's interesting. Second unlock. Nice. Do I get my free Strider Lookout out now because of it, or not? Maybe I hold it. I'm not threatening their life total anyway, so... we have to get into control mode. Okay, 2 cards for me, 4 life for me, 4 life, or 4 damage to you. Life loss, actually. Even better. Alright. Enduring Innocence. It's an enchantment creature with lifelink, and whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters, they're gonna draw a card. And if this creature goes to the bin, it comes back as an enchantment. And it's really hard to target. Destroy. Why did you shock that in? You need the 2 mana, huh? Got a lightning helix, maybe. Alright, interesting. Let's pass. My turn. We cannot, for the love of everything, draw any kind of interaction. I mean, I can bring the demon out. One of them. The big one. The flying one. Hello. You got a cornucopia. I'll take it. Alive. I get alive. I'm not taking any. Here's my backup demon. There we go. And I'm gonna unlock that now. Sure. Hello. 6/6 flying demon. Give me another land. Because we need more of those, apparently. Okay. Yeah, they have good card draw engine, but you know what? I have better card draw engine. I'm not gonna attack there. No. End the turn. Alright. That is 2 creatures with flash. Good to know that they have that. So they will actually draw another card because of the Enduring Innocence. Witherbloom Charm. It's nice to have. Alright, what are you gonna do against my demon? Still have Arabella. Okay. But Witherbloom Charm gets rid of that. Raise the pass. Return all creature cards with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Oh my god. Sure. That's a lot of stuff. Can you kill me with that? Probably not. No, Arabella deals 8 damage when they attack. Nice one. Alright. They gain 8 life. It's probably worth the attack. A Voice of Victory, sure. Cannot play spells in their turn anymore, and when they attack, they generate 2 warrior tokens that had to be sacrificed at the end of the turn. They're already attacking. Yep. Okay. I'll take 8. Down to 9. Ow. So, Arabella has to go. That's very important. Do I block one of these Clockwork Percussionists as well? I wonder. I mean, Enduring Innocence, right? But I want my Graveyard Hate. It's very unlikely that I draw it, though. So, I guess you have it. Preventing 2 damage. How much does it matter, actually? I wonder. I really wonder. Alright. And keep in mind, guys, the thing that they just did, they'll probably have more cards that do the exact same thing. I mean, the same card multiple times. Okay, let's resolve that. You have an enchantment now. Okay, you're gonna fill up your hand, like, all the time. It's really hard to play against that here. Even if I board wipe, they can just board bring back everything. And a bunch of these have haste. Arabella doesn't. It is not the card I was looking for. Okay. Let me think about that. We need to not die. That's important. How? Getting rid of the Voice of Victory is important, I think. Is what the guy says. Guy with the funny beard. I mean, I couldn't bring another Unholy Annex. Draining them a bit more, keeping my life total high. I feel like that's a good idea. Alright, I'll bring the Lookout. There we go. Getting some life. Beautiful. Another one. There we go. Should I have done it in the other, in a different order? No, I don't think so. So then we play the Charm. You go. We commit a crime, so we dig for land, and we find one. Get that one. Nice. So, what now? It's gonna be another Annex in drain mode. And then we'll drop a Swamper. So we get the Prof out. I want to have the option to actually hit a Muta Vault, so here we go. That. Give me like green, black, and another green. It's the Prof. Hello. I don't want to die. So do we gain 3 life, or do we take one of these out? I mean, they're gonna bring him back anyways, right? I feel like I can gain 3. See what's coming. And we end the turn. Okay. Man, 35 life against 10. We'll change a little bit with that. Finally, we got the board wipe. Now we just need to live. Okay. And again, we have a threat there in form of the Professor that they gotta deal with. Let's see. Are they going all in? Is the Professor just dead? Is it kind of like whatever I do? I don't feel it, no. Yeah, you know what? Have a Muta Vault. We're gonna start blocking a little. Okie dokie. So. You go over here. You take the reinforcements. You take the soldier. The other ones I'm just gonna let through. And that is a total of 3 damage only. The Prof lives. For now. Not bad. Raise the past again! Alright, how often do I have to kill you? Yeah, they're gonna get some soldiers. They're gonna draw another card. 2, actually. Refilling. All the freaking time. So that is 2 out of the 4. Sheltered by ghosts. Sure. Yeah. Go. Take my demon or my Prof? I mean, I got the board wipe literally in my hand, so the Prof will come back.
This research went nowhere.
And then they have to have this whole reanimation thing again. Voice of... Yeah, get all of them out. Sure. My turn. Okie dokie. Got together as one. That's nice. Alright, let's deal with the board first, but... I'd say we attack with the demon before we do that. Here we go. 6 for free, and then we're gonna say goodbye. Goodbye to everything. Okay, Croft's coming back. Super cool.
Class. is now in
Yeah, you can
session.
play these cards. It's 2 more cards that you don't have, actually, because they're gonna be exiled. Nice. Oh, and I have an idea. I mean, we're gonna go for a 3 life. There we go.
The right spell turns poison to medicine.
Pay the life. Because we got the Curator. That is gonna dig through their graveyard. Is that true? Yeah. Okay. So I think as soon as they put the whole reanimation thing on the stack again, I'm gonna just fish the worst of the creatures out of there and just empty that thing. Okay, Innocence is fine, you can have it. Sure, you draw cards. You have 2 Innocence now, so you draw 2 cards whenever a creature with power 2 or less comes into play. Not bad. I threaten a lot of their life now, and that is good. I got together as 1 with the potential ultimate of the Professor, so that would be 10 damage to them, and then I drain 6 there. Ah, yes, you want to destroy all creatures. Okay, so let me do something about that real quick. Voice of Victory. No thank you. Alright. And your stupid Arabella. Get out of here. Alright. And another Arabella. Down here. Thank you. Alright. I'm cleaning up here. There's another Voice of Victory. We have 7 more mana. Sure. Just empty that grave. Voice of Victory is a very strong card. I don't want it to come back. I do wonder if they run Flashback to get some of their spells back. Okay, Helper can go because it is more card value. At the same time, they are down to 29. They might even deck themselves. This thing draws a card. Yeah, they're playing red, so Flashback is an actual thing, so I'll take the Raise the Past as well. Okay. I might cast that spell from their graveyard. I don't want that. Cool. Another one. I would say we get the creatures at that point. We don't care about their Day of Judgment too much, because we don't care about our creatures that much. We have other ways of winning the game. Alright, so that's the last thing I can do. Nice. So, graveyard, cleaned up. Beautiful. Yeah. Got some reinforcements. Cool. Draw another card, and we are good. Alrighty. I think we have lethal. So, give me the emblem. Whenever we gain life, opponent loses life.
Consider this your
Then we got together as
expulsion
1,
notice.
drawing 5 cards, dealing 5 damage. We gain 5 life, which makes the enemy lose 5 life. Then they are down to 6 and my Annex are gonna get it done. And they know it. Alright, good game. Good game. Man, again, I love this deck. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want more Magic the Gathering content, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.